think where we sit here right now, things are looking a little bit better for a lot of people. Obviously it's easy to still be down on Xbox, but let's just be real. Gaming is changing in ways that none of us really know where or how. And it's best to just kind of forge on. It looks like Xbox is going to be around for a while, so we can enjoy that. Just kind of enjoy the ride. Like I said, even before we got this news, I had been hyping it up all week before they did their little show. I said, regardless of what they announce, even if they say every single game is coming to PlayStation, this generation is going to ride out how it's going to ride out. I don't see Xbox ever taking off and being a big juggernaut in the industry again. But, our Xboxes are going to work for the rest of this generation. And, that's kind of where it's at. I still feel, if you ask me, how next generation is going to shape up. If they start porting more games to PlayStation, I think next generation is going to shape up with Xbox kind of being the Wii U. I don't see it pushing very much in terms of sales, but that's for next generation to worry about. They could always surprise everybody with the looks of it with something that's actually going to be worthwhile. But anyway, I thought this was pretty interesting because this was a little bit reassuring in my opinion for what they were talking about Xbox in the future. They pledged that the consoles will continue to be the best way to play its games, and that access to those games will not be removed in the near future. So, I think that allays some fears or whatever, but clearly, they could. I don't think that company would be allowed to just cut everybody's access off like that. I don't think that would be something that, I don't know legally, but I know for damn sure that maybe somebody who has as much invested into the ecosystem with games like me, I would have definitely maybe done some kind of legal recourse for that, because man, that's a lot of lost money. So, as part of its statement on the future of Xbox business, an article on Xbox blog states that Xbox consoles will continue to provide the flagship experience for players. It also notes that Game Pass will continue to be only available on Xbox platforms, essentially shooting down any suggestion that it could come to PlayStation or Nintendo systems in the future. Now, this is what I want to say about that, right? Because some people were thinking, oh, well, maybe they'll do a stripped down version where it's just Xbox titles or whatever. Think about how that would go over, though, right? So Microsoft publishes maybe 4 games a year, and so people are going to pay for that, right? Like, I don't think that would have made a whole hell of a lot of sense, and they probably would have only paid, $5, so it wouldn't have been worth it for them to do it. And if they did offer that, okay, you can get, just our first party stuff. Couldn't people just have, doesn't that screw over Xbox fans that maybe would be happy to get that tier too? Right? I think that's, you open this whole bag of worms. And then I knew that Game Pass would never come to PlayStation or Nintendo. Not that Microsoft wouldn't want it to, but I think it's pretty clear that, if you're Nintendo or Sony, you want to sell people these third-party games, right? And at the end of the day, these third-party games are going to go on Game Pass day one, a lot of them, these smaller ones. So how does that work out? How does the revenue share work? I'm pretty sure that Sony and Nintendo want to make their money from that, and that's just how it is. So the statement also appears to dismiss that players' Xbox library will be shut down in the future, saying the company's commitment to game preservation is unwavering. And I quote, Xbox players should have confidence in building your digital library in the Xbox ecosystem. We will continue to reward that with the most robust player-friendly experiences, including backwards compatibility, cross-play, cross-save, progression, convenient cloud saving, cloud gaming, and more. During a supporting podcast, Xbox President Sarah Bond implied that more hardware was in the works. There's some exciting stuff. I already kind of covered this a little bit. We're going to share this holiday. We're also invested in the next generation roadmap, and what we're really focused on there is delivering the largest technical leap you will ever see in a hardware generation, which makes it better for players and better for creators and the visions that they're building. So in the blog, Xbox makes the following promises to its players. The biggest games in the world will be on Xbox. Our games will come to Game Pass day one. A robust and innovative multi-year hardware roadmap. Compatibility with your library is a priority, inclusive of cross-play, cross-save, and cloud features. Xbox will continue to help game creators find the biggest audience possible. So here's the thing that I have, right? So they say the biggest games in the world will be on Xbox. The part that I question slightly is, we're already not getting stuff like Final Fantasy, right? I know you might not be a Final Fantasy fan or whatever, but Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Silent Hill, these are big games, and they're not coming to Xbox. And it's not even like we can say, oh, we'll wait it out a little bit, because to be quite honest about it, it's just one of those things where us as gamers, we're kind of if you were waiting for, say, Final Fantasy VII remake, you've already been waiting, what, 3 4 years, again. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's a strange situation, but I do like the fact that they're saying, okay, well, we're going to work and double down on our compatibility. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. It's a very smart thing for them to say. My other question is, aside from, obviously them possibly not getting some of these big games, like I mentioned, is the fact that, gaming is in this kind of weird spot where, us as fans are kind of looking at it and saying, okay, well, we're kind of living in this world where video games continues to drive engagement and things like that. I mean, look at Helldivers 2. That's like such a weird thing. So Sony might change their tactics from now on, right? And they might sit there and go out and do more day and date PC stuff. I think it would be smart for them to do that with the multiplayer stuff, right? Because what happens is you see that, okay, well, Steam has just broke all these records on concurrent games on Helldivers 2 players, 330,000. That's cool. And but I think that also drives people to buy the game on PlayStation, right? Because PlayStation fans want to see what it's all about. I'm not sure that works with the first party stuff. My hope is, because even though I'm not a huge PlayStation guy, my hope is that they don't do the day one with the single player stuff. I think you're going to get your games pirated. I think that it's going to dilute what you're trying to do with your console. And I'm a console guy. I want to see consoles continue to be something worth having. So, at the end of the day, I hope that that's what the plan is going forward. I'm not sure for sure what they're going to do or how that's going to work out. But, at the end of the day, that's one of the things that I hope happens. Microsoft, they're working on backwards compatibility again. Are they dropping the disk drives completely? If so, then that's not exactly working fully with backwards compatibility. Like I've said, I've got 1,300 plus digital games installed on my Xbox. So, hey, we're not going to shut down your stuff anytime soon. Good news. But I've also got like 250 Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S games physically. So, yeah, and over 1,000 Xbox 360 games. I get all those don't work in the Xbox Series X, but still, it's kind of disappointed to see, that not everything would possibly work. A lot of the stuff that I have, I'll be honest, even stuff on 360, I have some stuff that's still like in the shrink wrap and whatnot. So, it's just one of those situations where a little bit more clarity would be great. Whatever Microsoft is going to do, they're going to do. Trust me, guys, if you're here because I'm an Xbox fan and you like the pro Xbox content, it's still going to be pro Xbox content, but I'm still going to call them out if they do something stupid, it just is what it is. So I think, that it's kind of crazy how this kind of works, but Microsoft, I think, has a lot of things going on. At the same time, I think they can do a little bit better at trying to get everybody on board and explaining things. So let me know what you guys think, though. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews. Leave a like, maybe subscribe, rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.